What is up guys? Greedy Knight here with a Charge Blade guide for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. I'll be going over the optimal combo so you can pilot Charge Blade all the way to endgame. Let's get into it. Your basic sword and shield combo is a double charge slash. You pop one charge slash, side hop, then pop the second. This will be your bread and butter combo to get red energy without the need for fast charge and full phials on a phial load. Red energy normally gives 5 phials, but with capacity boost it gives 6. This combo is the reason why fast charge is absent from my progression guides. The side hop enables a shift into phial load or guard point as needed. So if you manage to get red energy without the second charge slash, you can adapt your combo. You use the advancing slash and pop a charge slash, allowing you to close the distance to gather yellow energy. The alternate version of this combo is to charge slash and round slash, which ends in a guard point. These combos will generate yellow energy, making it less prevalent than the double charge slash combo. It is primarily used to keep Savage Axe alive by reloading 3 phials, but if you have 2 or 3 phials in the barrel, then you can use this combo to top up. After every energy combo, it's best practice to phial load whenever it is safe and you have red energy to prevent the overheat state. This will cause your phials to turn pink and every sword and shield attack to bounce in sword and shield mode until you load your phials. If you have Mind's Eye equipped or Condensed element slash active, you will not bounce. From a phial load, you have a few options: a side hop, an overhead slash, a shield thrust, and an axe mode shortcut. The side hop resets your inputs, allowing you to combo sword and shield attacks or guard point afterwards. The overhead slash gains a phial burst and has good vertical reach. The shield thrust can be comboed into an SAED. The axe mode shortcut combos straight into an element discharge, consuming 1 phial. These combos allow you to flow from maintenance to damage. Morph attacks allow you to toggle between sword and shield mode and axe mode. By pressing the light attack button and the right trigger button in sword and shield mode, you perform the sword to axe morph. By pressing the right trigger in axe mode, you perform the axe to sword morph. While the shield is in front of your hunter, you have active guarding frames, an extra level of guard, and reduced sharpness consumption on this guard, nicknamed the guard point. The sword to axe guard point is active during the first half of the move, providing a consistent guard point, while the axe to sword guard point is active during the second half of the move, requiring prediction to guard point. The draw attack also has guard point frames on the first few frames where the shield is in front of your hunter, for a tight guard point window in a pinch from sheath. Whenever you guard point an attack, this will revert you to sword and shield mode and cancel your current animation with the guard stance. As a follow-up, you can shortcut into an SAED, side hop, hold guard, or phial load from a guard point. This mechanic enables you to bulldoze through the monster's attack and then follow up with offense, defense, or maintenance. The SAD is your strongest move. You have 3 ways into it: after a shield thrust, from a guard point, and directly from axe mode. The AED is the default version, performable without shield charge, while the SAD requires shield charge. The AED is a single chop that plants a phial into a hit zone and detonates thrice. It is primarily used to concentrate an impact phial into the monster's head for a stun. It has lower damage output, but it is quicker and easier to land. The SAD is a 3-part hit, with the final slam unleashing all of your phials available as shockwaves in a cone-like pattern. The hit detection is generous, but you cannot angle your SAD too much, so if the monster moves, there's a good chance you will miss. It is best reserved for idle monsters or when you can predict the monster's movements ahead of time. All of the combos for an SAD can be cancelled by hitting the right trigger, generating shield charge. This will store the available phials into shield as red shield charge. This buff lasts 30 seconds per phial stored for a maximum of 3 minutes via capacity boost. It provides yet another level of guard, phial burst on certain sword and shield attacks, a damage increase to axe mode attacks, and enables the SAD and condensed element slash attacks. It will start to flicker on the last 30 seconds, so reload before the timer is up. This is your main buff to keep active for the entire hunt. From a phial load, you hold the light attack button to condense energy into your sword, providing Mind's Eye and phial burst on all sword and shield attacks. It lasts for 45 seconds and it will start to flicker when it is running out of juice. It is another upkeep buff to min-max damage and bulldoze through thick hides of monsters. Just like with shield charge, Savage Axe cancels the SAD input, this time by hitting the left trigger. This morphs you into axe mode. The shield in front of your hunter acts as a third guard point. The timing is similar to the axe to sword and shield guard point, so it will take practice to master it. It allows you to infinitely loop and SAED and then bail out with the guard point. It makes your SAED that much safer. If you don't guard point, you will rev your buzzsaw with the corresponding axe buff, swinging your axe head backwards. You cannot enter an SAED from this attack. You have to use one of your other chops, and then you can input an SAED. The buff causes all of your axe attacks to gain additional spinning ticks, including your draw attack, morph from sword and shield to axe, and your axe shortcut from a Phial load. The amount of ticks depends on how long your axe chop stays in contact with the monster and your system's frame rate. The higher the better, but I'm using 60 frames for my videos. You will need to line up your axe chops parallel to the monster's part for maximum ticks and damage. Each tick does consume sharpness, so this will gobble your sharpness bar without proper sharpness maintenance skills. The axe buff will remain active until you run out of phials. However, there is a Phial drain mechanic that consumes one Phial every few seconds to shorten your time in axe mode artificially. Your main methods of losing the Savage Axe buff are the SAED, loading Phials into shield, element discharge attacks, and the Phial drain mechanic. The general rule is that you don't use axe mode without your buzzsaw active. The axe loop is any vertical chop followed by an element discharge 2 infinitely. The ED2 will consume one Phial while performing a double chop, applying the single Phial to both chops. It is your best axe mode combo that covers both the horizontal and vertical angles. You can perform the advancing chop to reposition as the monster moves around and then combo straight into a double chop. The double vertical chop is a loop that allows you to snipe tall and flying monsters. Since it is a Phial-less loop, it allows you to stay in axe mode much longer than burning Phials for the double chop. The trade-off is that your individual axe chops damage will be lower than an ED2. Do note that the advancing chop and upswing will combo into an ED2, while the idle downswing attack will combo into the ED1. Also, the element discharge attacks have inherent Mind's Eye, while the vertical chops do not, so you can bounce using the vertical chops. For the Slinger Burst combo, you need Slinger ammo equipped. It does not matter which one, as long as you have at least 5 or 1 for each Phial. After a double chop, you hit the left bumper to perform a Slinger shot, and then you can combo straight into another double chop. This saves some of the units of sharpness and uses your best axe attack aside from the SAED. The main downside is the rate at which you burn Phials, and it requires Slinger ammo to perform. It is ideal for when the monster is down, since you can take full advantage of the prone monster and its horizontal hit zones, yielding maximum damage in the shortest amount of time. When you get down to one Phial, you morph back to sword and shield mode and pop a double charge slash, generating yellow energy. You can side hop and then perform a second charge slash for red energy. You load your Phials and combo straight into the axe mode shortcut, consuming one Phial. From here you can perform any of the axe loops. This combo minimizes the amount of time you spend in sword and shield mode and maximizes your time in axe mode and your damage output. While these are not damaging combos, these will help you move around the map during the heat of battle. Fate Slash is your omnidirectional slide in sword and shield mode with the primary function to reposition your SADs and your Phials so they can all land on the monster. Side hops let you dodge charges and linear attacks while resetting your combo as needed. Advancing slashes and advancing chops serve the same function in respective modes. They move you towards the monster while attacking with a combo starter. Clutch Claw is the last piece of the mobility puzzle, but it lacks direct combos from your normal moveset. While in Sword and Shield mode, I'd side hop after a combo and then launch a Clutch Claw as the fastest way into the move. The default roll is a decent length, but gives more mileage with Evade Extender equipped. Despite being a slower weapon, Charge Blade is deceptively mobile. You can keep up with most monsters without issue. Charge Blade is a complex weapon because it has multiple combos and multiple combo rotations. You need to practice your combos so you know them cold, and then you have to practice them against the monster to decide when to use a given combo correctly. It is a satisfying weapon to play, and it is why my channel focuses on the Charge Blade. Like if this video was useful to you, consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. Comment your thoughts below. That's all I got for this one. Greedy Knight, signing out.